In this video, I'm going to reveal the exact strategies that helped one of our clients grow their list from 3,500 people to over 15,000 people in just a few months, and the same strategy we've used to grow countless of our clients to over 100,000 people on their list. Now, if you want to transform your email marketing into a money printing machine, growing your email list is absolutely crucial. You'll generate more money from your flows and automations, and you will definitely generate more revenue from your campaigns. But here's the thing, you don't want a huge list of unengaged people. It's not a dick swinging competition. We want people who are engaged, and I'm going to share 4 strategies to grow your list that, after auditing hundreds of Klaviyo accounts, most brands neglect to do. I'm also going to share the fastest way to grow your list that you don't want to do. So let's dive in. Now, just before you dive in and start implementing all of these strategies, it's really important to start with the strategy that has the highest leverage and fewest unknown variables. If you have fewer unknowns, there are less opportunities to get things wrong. Strategy 2 will have the highest leverage and fewest variables, so stay tuned for that. Number 1, lead magnets. The first strategy I'll share with you today can be great for supplement brands, skincare brands, and other brands who might have people who have real pain points that they're looking to solve. Lead magnets can help you attract more subscribers and build real engagement within your list. A lead magnet is basically just like a valuable resource that you offer to your audience in exchange for their email address. This could be an ebook, this could be a checklist, a free trial, or even just exclusive video content. Keep it PG. The key is that we need to provide people real value that resonates with your target audience. Now, this can be really high leverage, but there's a lot of variables at play here. What I'd recommend doing is just starting with your audience's pain points. Understand what challenges your customers face, what solutions they're looking for, and then once you've done this, offer real value. Your lead magnet should solve a specific problem. For instance, if you are in the fitness niche, a 7-day meal prep guide could be super helpful. Make it actionable, make it straightforward, and make it valuable. But you should keep it simple. It should guide people to what the next obvious step is, which may just so happen to be buying your product. You'll want to make sure that you segment people who join your list through a lead magnet like this versus people who are joining through a pop-up or somewhere else on your website. I'd recommend having just a completely separate list for your lead magnet, just so you know. P.S. If you want our lead magnet, check out the link below this video. I'll share our 8-figure D2C checklist. Spoiler alert, there's a lot of things to go through and you'll probably want to hire someone to do it. Now, like I mentioned, this next strategy has the highest leverage and fewest unknown variables. This is the pop-up. Now, before you click away and think like, oh yeah, we have a pop-up, hold your horses. Most brands make one of the following mistakes. They don't have a pop-up at all, they are not split testing their pop-up, or they are massively missing out on their pop-up's potential. The pop-up feeds everything else in your email ecosystem, and it is the #1 strategy we recommend to build your email list. It's also your biggest opportunity to gain a micro commitment from potential customers. Think about it. What other time can you capture the attention of everyone who's on your website? The better the pop-up opt-in rate is, the better your flow revenue is going to be, and the more people you have in your campaigns. We typically target around a 4 to 10% opt-in rate for our clients. Now, this largely depends on your offer, your industry, but you should be able to achieve this across pretty much all industries. Because this is one of the biggest opportunities to grow your email list, we are relentless with our testing. The testing strategy I'm about to show you is how we're able to increase our client opt-in rates by up to 4 to 5x in just a couple months. Now, I'm going to share the top 3 things that we split test when we're trying to optimize the pop-up. But just before we dive into the exact things that we test, we need to establish a good split testing protocol. You can use this across all of the different strategies I'm going to share with you today, and you can also use this for other split tests you're going to do. It's just a good strategy to have. Namely, start with one variable. If your split test contains multiple variables, it becomes much more difficult to determine what is working and what's not. We want clarity, not confusion. Okay, so the first test we start with is the offer. We found that the offer has the biggest impact on opt-in rates, hands down. Think about it this way. If you have $1 million house you want to sell, if you walk up to 10 different people and offer to sell it to them for $100,000, those people are going to find a way to come up with the money, even if they don't have the money for it, because the offer is insanely good. Now, if you had the same house and you walked up to the same people, but you were asking for $1 million, probably pretty unlikely that any of them are going to buy it. This is the power of the offer. We want to, as Alex Hormozi says, make an offer so good people feel stupid saying no. But we've got e-com stores, not houses. Same thing. The offer, i.e. $10 off versus 10% off, a free gift with purchase versus $10 off, a percentage off your first subscription versus a giveaway, a surprise offer versus a guaranteed offer, will have the biggest impact on your pop-up opt-in rates. Now, if you don't want to go and do anything crazy, I honestly wouldn't recommend it. But if you do have the margin to do it, I just start off with 10% off. It's a tried and true offer, and it works across pretty much every industry we've tested it on. Just make sure it's right for your brand and also for your AOV. For example, if you sell furniture and your AOV is $5,000, 10% off is a huge amount. Maybe you can stomach it. But $400 from a psychological perspective actually sounds better to consumers and saves you $100. Inversely, if you sell supplements online and your AOV is $50, 10% off sounds much better than $5 off. $5 off is sadness. Tailor your offer to your brand and your AOV. If you're right in the middle of the pack, just test it. And either way, I'd recommend testing it. Test number 2. Once you've tested and found a validated offer, the next thing to do is test the behavior of the pop-up. The behavior tests that we run typically come down to timing, scroll distance, and targeting. Now with timing, we usually start by testing out a 6-second versus a 20-second delay. With scroll distance, it's typically a 20% scroll versus a 60% scroll. Our goal here is simply just to find the optimal time for the pop-up to appear, and it's a pretty easy test. The third option is targeting, and it allows for some really cool testing options. The first test with targeting that we typically do is going to be testing with countries. Different offers, different designs, and just different layouts may resonate more with different countries versus others. Bonus here, if you really want to level up, segment and customize your language specifically for the country you're targeting. There's so many different tests here that you can run, but those are a few that you can start with. Now, the third test that we do for our clients with the pop-up is a design test, and we typically want to test radically different things here. I'd recommend doing this with any sort of test as well. Think image versus no image in the pop-up, CTA color, the call to action that you have, radically different design layouts. The goal here is to systematically test these different factors and determine the best possible combination. Remember here, one variable at a time. Bonus tip, because this is your biggest opportunity to grow your list, this is also the biggest opportunity to talk with your customers and ask them questions, namely gathering zero-party data. This is an opportunity to ask people questions about why they're shopping with you, what their desired outcome is, what pain point they currently have, and what product preferences they might have, and a myriad of other things. Most brands sleep on this. Don't be one of them. Collect this data and leverage it in your welcome series, abandonment flows, cross-sell flows, and your campaigns. This will not only grow your list faster, but it'll also keep people more engaged longer because they're actually receiving content they want to receive, i.e. you'll get less unsubscribes. Growing your list here also means making sure that people don't start dropping like flies. Now, the third strategy you can use to grow your list is great, but only if used correctly. This is the social media promotion or giveaway. If you've got a strong social media following, great. Get them off social media and into a platform or channel that you actually own. A giveaway can be a great way to engage subscribers, grow your followers, and also convert more of your followers into subscribers. Careful here though. The offer needs to make sense. Let me explain. We want people who subscribe to your list to actually be interested in your emails, in your brand, and in your products. If your giveaway is a trip to Mexico, you might have a ton of people interested, but who wouldn't be? It's Mexico. I'd recommend something more aligned with your brand, something like a gift card giveaway, a collaboration with you and another complimentary brand, store credit, XYZ products for a year. If you got skincare, it's like skincare routine for a year. Just make sure it's relevant to your brand and also relevant to people. I'd also recommend having it feed into a separate flow or separate list, just so you can track the effectiveness of that promo as well. Okay, so those are some of the top ways that you can grow your list. The thing is, you have to initiate this. Why not let other people do it for you? Income referral programs. Referral and loyalty programs can help you incentivize your current customers to spread the word about your brand. A nice benefit is it can also help you increase your LTV with your current customers. If you want to look into this a little bit more, programs like Smile.io or Referral Candy can be great apps to help with this. P.S. As promised, the fastest way to grow your list is to buy a list. Don't do it. Buying a list is the fastest way to ruin your email sender reputation. Please don't do it. Anyways, I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, please feel free to like and subscribe. And if you do have an e-commerce brand doing at least $50,000 a month in revenue, and you want help improving your profitability with email marketing and SMS, I would invite you to apply below. Thanks so much, and have a great day.